John is a Purdue University and University of Illinois alumni. He started his career in Chicago Public Schools and later in his career started a private practice that grew into a national speech-language pathology agency which specialized in bilingual speech-language pathology. John currently is the founder and CEO of LinguaHealth and the bilingual SLP resource Bilingual.com. John, what would you recommend to students who are currently in a communication disorders program who want to become bilingual speech-language pathologists?
Well, if they're undergrads and they're applying to graduate schools, I would say try to find a program that specializes in bilingual speech-language pathology. That's the best case scenario because it is a specialization in our profession. If that's not possible, you can try to seek out professors that specialize in bilingual speech-language pathology and call them up and ask them about their program or do research on what type of research they're doing, what courses they teach at that university. They may find a great mentor, a future mentor that can kind of create a program with them or help them become a bilingual speech-language pathologist. It is a process. You have to learn about bilingual language acquisition, phonological issues in bilingualism or speech-language pathology issues related to anything that you know and learn in English for monolingual students and adults. It also helps if the department that you go to has not only coursework opportunities, also has practicum opportunities working with the bilingual population. Where the university exists will affect that. If you're in universities in an area where there are a lot of bilingual Spanish speakers, then you're going to be able to get those practicum experiences. If you're in a place that doesn't have many bilingual or Spanish speakers, you may not see any Spanish-speaking clients when you're at the clinic in graduate school or when you're doing a practicum. So you have to think about geography also.
How long does it take to become a bilingual speech-language pathologist?
I think you have to understand that it is a process. When you graduate and you start our profession as a speech-language pathologist, even if you're just working in English and you're a monolingual speech-language pathologist, you still have to become a seasoned and competent speech-language pathologist. So I think there needs to be a time to grow as a clinician and to see a lot of different diagnostic opportunities, to do hundreds of diagnostics over time. You can become a great bilingual speech and language evaluator. If you do one or two or three, you're learning, all right? It is a process. We can't be too hard on ourselves. It does take time. So just the way you would become a great monolingual speech-language pathologist, it takes time to do that. It takes time to become a great bilingual speech-language pathologist. Seek out a supportive employer. Seek out a supportive school district that has support for their young CFs that are getting out. Make sure that you're given the right tools to do practice what we do. Make sure that you're given opportunities to learn from other people that are actually seasoned bilingual SLPs. So you're going to have to do some work on finding the right people, making the right connections, networking with people. And that will help you to go down the right road to evolve as a bilingual speech-language pathologist.
That's some good advice. So do you have any other recommendations for someone who's already in a graduate program or maybe someone who's already practicing but looking to become a bilingual speech-language pathologist?
I think you have to choose an environment that will help you become a bilingual speech-language pathologist. And that starts with who you're working with, who you're working for, what organization. Do they have training programs? Do they have support for clinicians to become bilingual speech-language pathologists? Are they going to let you work in the languages that you speak? What are their policies and how do they provide services to the bilingual community? All of those things are questions that you have to ask when you're trying to find a position as a bilingual speech-language pathologist or you're trying to find an employer.
Thanks again for all of that valuable advice today. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you, Carrie.